I'd like to introduce the Mnemosyne Foundation to you by way of a personal story. I entered TMC as a pre-med student. I am sure you recall that we were obliged to take humanities courses as part of the requirements of the bachelor's degree. These courses opened a new world to me and changed the direction of my studies then and there. Years later, during the mid-'80s, as a professor of art history at Yale University, I was witness to the onset of the fiscal pressures that continued to beset higher education and impact the balances of specializations within universities. In the case of the humanities, the result has been that they are increasingly viewed as less essential than other areas of study that are believed to provide more tangible job possibilities. This moment, I recall at the time, at Yale, reconsidering my change of heart regarding the course of my undergraduate studies, and reflected that, had I pursued a medical career, I could at that very moment be dedicated to saving lives. The moment of self-doubt was, however, short-lived, as my mind filled with the reactions of many students who passed through my classroom doors over the years, as a world of art, cultural history, creativity, and the genius of the visionary was open to them. Thankfully, it had struck me that health depends not only on our physical well-being, but on our ability as well to comprehend the dimension and complexity of what it is we call human nature. The humanities hold the key to that exploration, and only from the vantage point of that breadth of knowledge do we possess the real means to formulate a meaningful raison d'etre and a necessary informed worldview with a mature, far-reaching sense of purpose. In spring 2008, the Mnemosyne Foundation sponsored an event held at the Kaspari Auditorium of Rockefeller University. Above the Kaspari Auditorium stage, one reads the motto, "Science for the benefit of humanity." I do not imagine that the founders of Rockefeller University would argue that in this moment in time we should add humanities for the benefit of humanity. It could be argued that through the late 19th century, cultural mores and beliefs were often at odds with the visionaries, the scientists, engineers, the anthropologists, and so on, who had the impetus to push the limits of their disciplines, and thereby to forge the path to the modern societies of which we are so grateful to be a part for all the benefits and comforts they offer. But we know all too well that gain comes at the expense of loss. In our case, a growing doubt in the usefulness of the humanities, and so the tables have turned. We live in a very complex society that is dominated by the tangible, by what industry, technology, medicine, government, and so on offer. Our days are often completely given over to managing this network that provides us with grace to live in. The past, much less encumbered by mechanically produced tangible conveniences, understood something that we have perhaps lost sight of: the need to investigate and take count of the perplexing complexity of our human nature. The great ages of philosophy and theology belong to the past. The great ages of high art and architecture, that which we seek out and marvel at as tourists, for example, belong in good part to the past. The ages that regarded the visionary poetry of Aeschylus, Homer, Virgil, Dante, and Shakespeare as moral guides, that gave due regard to the lessons of hubris exposed in the writings of the gentle Thucydides and the statesman Cicero, belong in good part to the past. We might say that the dedication to inspire creativity, to the belief in furor divinus, in a divine fury that lifts us to intellectual and emotional heights in order to create exceptional things, surely belongs more to the past than it does to the present. The mythological figure Mnemosyne is our namesake. As one of the Olympian pantheon, Mnemosyne was known as the mother of the muses, those goddesses who watchfully inspired all human enterprise. Sing, O Muse, implored Virgil and Michelangelo. Carry us to the height of our most inspired activity. Mnemosyne was also, for a longer period, moi, the reminder to keep the past with us as one essential guide to the future. I find this particularly amazing because that's in a moment of prehistory, that memory was already regarded as important. When we listen to great music, for example, we are carried momentarily beyond mundane concerns into our higher nature. If we could sustain that state of mind and apply it to whatever we do, it is likely that we can become the true artists of our lives, and as such direct better energies in the creation of our future and in the making of a better world. The purpose of the Mnemosyne Foundation is to keep us mindful of the treasure of knowledge that is locked in the disciplines of the humanities. May the lessons found there be given serious consideration and provide us the ability to always be mindful of striking a balance between the external and internal forces that challenge us daily. Plato non Prozac, as the contemporary philosopher and contributing author to our website, maintains. It was Albert Einstein who said, "The finest emotion of which we are capable is the mystic emotion." Herein lies the germ of all art and all true science, the core of the true religious sentiment. In this sense, and in this sense alone, I rank myself among profoundly religious men. So while medicine, technology, and the modern financial arena surely provide important comfort zones for us, it is within the body of material we identify as the humanities that we are given the impetus to consider the long-term implications of our actions and to weigh the true definition of value. It is in the encounter with the humanities where we find guides to their erudition and inspiration, crucial to our individual creativity, which must be cultivated in order to meet the challenges presented by the ever more complex millennial societies of which we are the primary fabric. For the most part, even higher education now challenges us primarily towards what careers we might choose, what it is that we might do. But it has always been the aegis of the humanities that begs us to consider the all-important grander scheme of the why of things. In summary, the Mnemosyne Foundation was established to help keep us mindful of the importance of this treasury of knowledge. And the Foundation website was created as an aid in keeping this resource at our fingertips. I would like to leave you with the words of a thinker who was a touchstone for our college experiences and mindset, Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. You may recall that Chardin was a visionary French Jesuit, paleontologist, biologist, and philosopher, who spent the bulk of his life trying to integrate religious experience with natural science, most specifically Christian theology with theories of evolution. In this endeavor, he became absolutely enthralled with the possibilities for humankind, which he saw as heading for an exciting convergence of systems and omega point, where the coalescence of consciousness will lead to a new state of peace and planetary unity. Chardin said, "Someday, after we have